Now you ask yourself to say, GM globally, we have been in China for roughly 4 years. Well, what I'm talking about today is what GM is doing with our global operations. I'm not here to talk about what we do with SIAC, because that's a different business. For GM globally, we have 190 suppliers in China today. We have identified another 200 that we are close to start to do business with if we can find the right type of conditions. If you look at the breakdown, Shanghai is still the dominant place where we buy. We have 113 manufacturing suppliers in Shanghai. Beijing, 41, and Guangzhou, we have 44. And this is mainly focused on the electronic part of the business. This map will change. If it's changing as fast as China is changing, I don't know, but that's our objective, and that's the GM's and Akil's responsibility. And as I said before, I got a question from our board of directors this spring. They had read the newspapers about toy recalls from China. They looked nervous. They said, Mr. Andersson, what about quality? Do you have any issues? I said, no, I don't have any quality issues. But I have a lot of people inside here that is helping me to try to find some. 3 weeks ago, I had the opportunity to have dinner with China's ambassador to the United States. And I told him the same story. And he was very thankful that the Chinese supply base is fulfilling their promises and commitments. I believe in metrics, we believe in metrics, we measure ourselves. This is Jim Odensis, box chart. Your supplier to GM today is box chart. This breaks down the 4 categories: supplied product to the station, quality, launches, and your commercial technical performance. We took out the numbers because we felt that they would confuse you, but you have a color coding, and you see that majority is green, some is red, but we still have a month to fix it. But the key element here is, I believe in transparency, metrics, and for us, if we have 5 suppliers on the same part, we just compare them with each other. So if I summarize, we have had a very good experience in China so far. If I look at opportunities we see from our Chinese supply base, it's cost structure. I don't think that we can relax on cost. I'm not talking about price, I'm talking about cost price. If this is electricity cost, if it's raw material, if it's burden, if it's labor cost. We see that the Shanghai area is becoming uncompetitive in general. Tonight I'm going into Korea, and I can say that the Korean supply base is very competitive, even based on the economic conditions they work under. I talked about Vietnam before. We think Vietnam is an opportunity. So I just remind you that we want you to be competitive, but you need to understand your cost structure, and you need to work on your cost structure, and we will help you with that. From our view, we see that in these 3 regions we have got extremely strong support from the government in all aspects, and we're very thankful for that. And we think that's important. Most of our suppliers in China have a build-to-print capability. We are pleased with the development of the infrastructure. Raw materials, mixed story. I'm pleased to say that we have been able to secure a contract with 3 of the large Chinese steel mills for major quantities of export out of steel from China. Last time I looked, we have 10 million tons of open capacity in China. Maybe not at automotive grade fault, but we can work together on getting that. Secondly, 50% of our aluminum wheels that we use on a global basis is today being bought in China because of the competitiveness of the alumina and energy costs. And here in Beijing, we are very proud of having Dicastal as our largest wheel supplier to GM globally. Very, very strong supplier, and we're doing a lot of business with them. Other raw materials, where China is dependent on importing, it's very critical that we work together to say how can we do that in a better way. Supplier availability, and I said we are committed to develop new suppliers. And our experience in China, we have been more happy with our small and mid-sized companies operating out of China versus the large companies. I don't really know why that is, but that's our experience. And I come back to Daimei. We are getting the majority of our spare tires from a company called GT. We are buying a lot of our cables from a company called Ningbo Cable. And when you look at these companies, they are rather small, mid-sized companies. Dicastal, as you know, is a huge company. So we have had success on both ends. Challenges. I think it's clear that looking at design and engineering capability, Chinese supply base has improved a lot, but we still have opportunities to improve. I'm not going to talk a lot about what we do with our joint venture partner to make sure that we can have more success in our joint venture, but put it on the slide here because Andreas wanted me to put it up there so I can make his job easier. And for us, when you're growing 20% in the local market, the thing for us that is important in China is A, to take care of your local supply base for your local demand. B, local supply base for local demand. C, local supply base for local demand. I'm going to joke with you, this is not a serious statement, but as a buyer, it would be better for me to have China in a recession. You understand my point? It's a joke. And a country that is growing 10% a year will not go into recession. But as buyers, you have the best buying power when the local demand is very low. Don't take it serious, but understand the economic dynamic in that statement. Program management skills. Many of our system modules, we depend on suppliers to do the program management. And I was pleased yesterday when I stopped by the airport in Shanghai to see that 70% of the books in the bookstore, based on what I could tell, were about how to become an effective middle manager. And I think it's very critical because, as I said in the beginning, people like myself, we don't make a big difference. Because people that are making a big difference are the people working on the product day in and day out and are very close to the client. For Chinese companies, for you to continue to be successful, you need to develop entry-level leaders that can motivate people and perform day in and day out. Being a senior leader, it's rather easy.